Welcome to the Sisters Like Us podcast. I'm Lakin, and I'm 30-something.
I'm Allie, and I'm 20-something. Join us each week as we talk about anything
and everything. So grab a glass of wine
or a bottle, and let's drink about it.
Hey!
All right, cheers!
Cheers!
To episode 81.
Oh, I'm gonna say episode 6 or something, I don't know why.
No, episode 81 of this media thing. Mm-hmm. We've got Leo down on the ground wiggling beneath us, but he is probably going to want to eat soon. But we will get through as much as we can without his disruption. Yeah.
It's more just he's really cute and distracting.
Oh, bless you. Bless you.
Really quick, before we get into what I assume will be the bulk of this episode,
There we go.
I went upstairs to put my hair in a ponytail before this and noticed that I have one large gray hair.
Is it your first one?
I think so, and I say that because...
Let me see, I can't see it.
It was like right here somewhere. I took a picture of it and sent it to Mom.
Oh,
You see it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but in case I haven't, no, my hair is not naturally red. I dye it red. Actually, Mom dyes it red from a box that I chose when I was 16 years old. So, I'm about to hit 20 years with this. Charlie? Okay. 20 years with my color. Sam recently asked Mom if I had any gray hair because, you know, she's the one that's like digging in my roots when she dyes my hair. And she has always claimed like, nope, I've never seen a gray. I've never seen a gray. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to her and I was like, Mom, that is a gray hair. So I think it's my first according to Mom, but yeah, so cheers. The other thing that happened in our recording break was I turned 35. So
Great.
I am now 35 and gray hairs are popping. Okay, anyways.
That's wonderful.
We're gonna blame you, Leo. I think it's your fault.
Leo.
I didn't have gray hairs until he came along. Oh my god, he's so cute. He's just wiggling right now. He's 2 months old today that we are recording this. So our day started around 10.
Yeah.
Yep. Allie came over with Duncan and we have literally just been sitting down here, taking breaks to go to the bathroom and change diapers, and otherwise that's all.
That's all we've done today.
Is we just watched Heated Rivalry. Right. That word is so hard to say. Yay.
Add in a applause here.
Okay. Fake applause?
Yeah.
Because I finally watched it?
Yeah.
It only took me, I guess it was November, December, January, February, March, April, almost 6 months.
Yeah, and I have my We're Going to the Cottage shirt on for the pod because...
We went to the cottage today.
We went to the cottage, okay? So...
Okay, but we should start at the beginning. As nice as it would have been to, like, resist making comments to Allie throughout the watch in order to, like, share it all here, like, that's not what happened, right?
Yeah.
We paused, we talked in between episodes, like, I shared comments.
Sure.
So some of the things I'm probably going to say, I said to you already, but I feel like I should say them
Okay.
out loud.
Okay.
So, starting at the beginning, everybody has their own level of, like, spice tolerance, I guess. And maybe it's because people built it up.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, because, like, for some people, it's just, like, too much. And I think...
And that's fair. That's what I mean. Everybody's tolerance is different.
True, but I think the way I, like, described it in being different from other shows is that it's just, like, more prolonged sex scenes that are, like, less
Sure.
of, like, the, like, montage, like, songs and, you know, whatever. It's just literally, like, okay,
The whole
like,
scene.
the whole, like, and the whole scene from start to literally finish.
So that's fair. And that is, he's looking right at her. That is fair. But from the level of, like, actual graphicness, like, if you've watched Game of Thrones, like, it's just as graphic.
Also, if you've watched Bridgerton.
Or Bridgerton. I don't think it's quite as graphic as Bridgerton. Well, Bridgerton season 1 is also a lot more intense, I feel like, than some of the more recent ones, but...
Oh, I think it's more graphic than Bridgerton.
I agree.
Oh, okay, you said not as graphic as Bridgerton.
Sorry. I meant it is more graphic than Bridgerton, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it is... Game of Thrones is just as graphic.
Yeah.
Which is also an HBO show. So,
Yeah.
like, I just feel like... Now, for a lot of people, they may have never watched anything that graphic of a gay couple before.
Yeah, and I
Right?
think
So that's different.
Sure, but, like, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like, grow up.
Well, no. But I'm just saying that's why people might feel differently about it compared to the graphicness. Or, like, even I was telling Allie, like, the early seasons of Sex and the City are super fucking graphic.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's all straight. So, anyways, I personally, that was not an issue for me, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just think I was like prefacing with her, and like obviously a lot of people, probably like most of the people that listen to our podcast has seen it at this point. I like, and if you read the books, it's just like that's like what their relationship is based off of. If it didn't have that level of intimacy, like it wouldn't have
make sense.
Wouldn't have been as good of a show.
Sure.
Shit, I would have been fine with more. So, like,
and maybe they will in season 2.
Well, there are some scenes in the second book that must.
Yeah, so that was the other thing. We, like, jump into the end, we get to the end, and Allie's like, so in this next book, and I'm like, hey, don't tell me, I don't want to know. Okay, also, I need to, before we get in last week's episode, Allie was like, read the book, and ultimately, earlier this week, decided to not have me read the book.
Yeah, I thought it would be better to maybe go into it not kind of knowing what's going to happen.
I will say, though, for the most part, let's also clarify here, spoilers. So if you haven't watched it and you want to, spoilers, but for the most part, there was nothing in the true storyline that really, like, made me go, except for his parents. That's the only moment. No, yeah, the rest, like, I saw that coming. Like, this, I don't know, just, the story made sense to me. Like, the rest of it, nothing else, like, shocked me.
Okay.
Except for that moment with his parents. That was the only time that I did not see that coming, and then I was like,
okay.
Gasp.
Yeah, I feel like the biggest moments are the monologue when he says that he loves him, but Shane doesn't know that he says he loves him.
Yeah, because he says it in Russian, yeah.
When he says he loves him, and the fact that Ilya says it first.
Right, but that's what I mean, like, I knew, like, it's a lot, like, they were gonna say I love you at some point, right? Like, that would have been a really bad story if they didn't. So that didn't shock me. Like, I knew that was coming. Now, when it happened, I guess I would have known in the book, and instead of seeing it for the first time in the show, I guess.
Yeah.
The order of operations may have been.
And I think also watching it, like, after it's been out in the media for a really long time, because, like, you knew the, like, I'm coming to the cottage thing. Like, for a lot of people, like, when you're first watching it,
that's like a
it's like,
moment.
Oh, shit. Like, he's going. Like, now, like, this has changed things for them.
Yeah, Allie tried to record my reaction to that. Yeah, apparently I didn't have one. I was also, like, Leah was awake at that moment, so I was, like, half, like, making sure he was okay.
Yeah, but she called out, like, in the first, this is mostly for book readers, but you said in, like, the first or second episode, no, I think it was the first episode because it was the second hotel scene, you were like, well, I feel like at some point they're gonna, like, say their first names and it's gonna be the whole big deal.
Yep.
And I, like, looked at her and I was like, oh, yeah, because it's, like, obviously a huge deal. It, like, backtracks them a ton.
Right. Yeah, the whole, them calling each other by their last names, I could, pick up on that piece of it. So yeah, first 2 episodes, I mean, a lot of people kept saying, like, you gotta get through the first 2. I didn't.
Someone had DM'd us mid-watch and said, like, keep going, like, like, I didn't get hooked until after episode 3.
Right, which I felt like, even if we hadn't planned to sit and watch it all day, I would have been hooked after 1. Like, I was in, I was here for the story. I was here for it. Okay, so let's talk about episode 3 and how much you don't like episode 3.
Well, actually, no. Let's talk about your overall thoughts, and then we can dissect a little bit.
Okay. I feel like my overall thoughts, like, come
I feel
out
like maybe that you already kind of said.
Yeah.
Your overall thoughts. Okay. I mean, okay. My thing with Scott and Kip is that I understand.
He's literally staring right at her. She's very distracted.
I completely understand, like, the benefit of their story wholeheartedly. I know that, like, their, like, book is also, like, their book is literally Game Changer, and
that's the name of the series.
Which I've been thinking recently about how, like, maybe I should go back and watch them all or read them all.
Yes,
but
maybe we should do it together. Like, read at the same time and then talk about it.
Okay.
And include Pip and Scott.
So maybe we have you read Heated Rivalry in the long game.
Okay. And then we'll chat, and then we both read Game Changers, and then we chat.
Yeah, and then we'll do like it in order.
Okay.
So we'll do like, I think role model is next, and then there's like another one, and like, because Jacob Tierney just announced yesterday or today, I just saw it, that they're going to incorporate role model into season 2, and they're also going to split season 2 into 2 seasons.
Oh, you just saw, because I asked that question. Like
Yeah, well, that was already confirmed that he was going to do that. But it's just kind of sad because, like, you know, it's like more towards the end of the book where it's like things happen.
Yeah.
But
they may have to change it. I mean,
yeah, 6 episodes. I mean, anyone who's read The Long Game, trying to do The Long Game in 6 episodes would be like,
and they're 45-minute episodes. They're not now. I think I asked you this a long time ago, and you either didn't know the answer or it wasn't confirmed. I know it was a Canadian company that did the original. It lives on HBO Max right now. Is HBO doing season 2? No, the other company is still doing season 2.
Correct.
Okay, because I wonder if they'll make longer episodes, I guess is my question. Because HBO is known for its 60-minute episodes.
Yeah, so all HBO really did was like pick it up to like have it on their platform.
In like a US
Yeah, like
market,
when you go to watch it, it still says Crave.
No, it does, you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't do the HBO like...
Yeah, yeah.
I once posted an Instagram poll on what... Are you getting hungry? What what theme song do you expect after the HBO? Like, what have you watched the most on HBO so much that you expect that? Because mine is Sex and the City. I immediately expect it to go to dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Some people it's The Sopranos. For some people it is Game of Thrones. What's the other one I got a lot of? But those are the big ones.
Yeah.
Hi, handsome. Are you hungry? Are you hungry, hippo? Anyway, okay.
Okay, so yeah, so episode 3.
Okay, so season 2 may be longer, it may not.
Yeah.
TBD on that.
And it's not that I don't like episode 3 or like dislike the couple that much, but like I watch Heated Rivalry for Illy and Shane.
Sure. So one of my thoughts was, and Allie also pointed out that she watched it when it dropped, and they were coming out every single week. And so, yeah, it is got to be so fucking frustrating to have episode 1 and 2, and then like wait a week, and then episode 3 drop, and you'll have to wait a whole nother week. Like that would be really frustrating. I agree. Like their story is clearly important to the overall like story.
Sure.
I feel like they could have split it up into chunks.
Yeah, like into segments.
Into season or episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3.
Yeah, so that just kind of leads me to believe that next season we'll likely do like 1 episode of the role model. But anyways,
or maybe people have complained enough that they won't do it that way.
I mean, I don't think it's probably 50-50 on people that don't like that episode and people that do. Some people really like it.
I mean, I really like the story and the couple, and I've said this before, I am a sucker for anything set in New York. Like, I love seeing New York as a background. I just wish it would have been sprinkled throughout. I wish they would have taken episode 1, 2, and 3 and just like shaken it up, right, and split it up.
And yeah, I feel like with episode 5, there's so much going on in episode 5 that it could have been kind of maybe spread out a little bit. But anyways, okay.
Okay,
so we're skipping Skip. I'm over him.
Skip. Yeah, that's a really unfortunate like couple nickname.
Yeah, there was a while where people were saying that Francois, the guy that plays Scott, and Connor were dating. They're not.
Oh.
But like I was just like, no.
Well, there's another show like that where like
he's 40 also.
He definitely looks older than the rest of them.
Yeah.
There's another show like that though where like 2 people from opposite couples are dating and you're just like, no, I don't see it.
Like
I don't see it. What is that? What show is that?
I'm thinking Jesse from Pitch Perfect and Audrey.
Oh yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
That's not what I was thinking of, but yes. Like that. Yeah. They got divorced though, I think. I liked 3. I just wish it was sprinkled throughout.
Yeah.
But because I was watching it all in one day, it didn't really bother me, yeah. And then episode 4.
Are we skipping 1 and 2 or?
Oh, I kind of already commented on 1 and 2.
Okay. We liked it like drew you in.
Yeah, I drew in.
Okay, so here are my I'm gonna share.
Add your commentary?
Yes.
Okay.
So one of my favorite things is the beginning when his cigarette won't light and it doesn't light until Shane walks in. And then it lights.
That's on purpose, or is that accidental
yes.
that people are like...
Jacob Turney has said that everything he does is on purpose, and he's shocked at how many people have caught on to things. He was like, some
very
things,
Taylor Swift of him, I feel like.
He was like, some things people have said, I didn't realize I did, but I think maybe it was intentional.
Oh, okay, well that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, but like, not that, like, I don't think that example, whatever. I have that shirt that's like the like pocket of them, like, it's like an embroidered shirt of them in the shower, and then if you pull the pocket down, it's like their butts.
Oh my god.
So
you're Auntie Allie.
Yeah, love that. There's just like a lot of things, like 1 and 2 are just like very like sex heavy.
Yeah.
So and I think it's important to know how much time has passed since like the minute they met to like.
Yeah, I was saying to Allie, like, the whole, like, 6 months, 4 months, 6 months.
They only did that in the first episode, though. Then
they started. I wish they would have just done, like, the months and the year instead. But I also am a sports person, and so I appreciate, like, what time of year things are. Like, when is the draft, and when is the All-Star game, and... You know, those kinds of things, I feel like...
I think all of their things were fairly accurate.
No, I agree, but
I said accurate.
You know. No, I feel like they were accurate. I just meant, like, I think I would have appreciated it more if it said, like, you know, July 2018 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The other thing we realized, Allie immediately, of course, told me how old they were in episode 1.
Right, because that context is important.
And based on the actual years... on the screen, that's how old I was. I was 17 in 2008.
How adorable. I was 8. Okay, so 1 and 2 got us in. Episode 3 gave us a break and got us to learn about a different couple. 4, 5, and 6 is the Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah. 4 is my favorite episode. My like ranking that I usually say is 4, 6, 5.
Oh, I think
4, 6, 5, 2, 1, 3.
Okay.
Is usually my ranking.
I probably need to watch it again before I can really give a ranking. But
and see, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's the type of show that like needs to be appreciated again. I would honestly highly recommend like watching it. Like, I mean, I don't know when you would have time to do this, but like, like on your phone or like on your iPad or something with headphones. Like, just
that doesn't exist.
Just like in it, even if it's like. I don't know, but that, like, there's so many things. Like, I didn't want to be annoyed when we were watching and be like, oh, like, go back, did you catch that? Or, oh, did you catch that? A couple times I was like...
She pointed things out.
But she had, like, caught on, and I was like, okay, great.
Some of them I caught on, like him leaving his socks on or whatever.
Yeah, but there are certain things that are, like, kind of important to, like, go back and be like, oh, like, because they're just such good actors.
They are really good actors. And it is, like you've said, a very, very beautifully, like, it is a very cool... It's a good show. Like it's a
great
good
story.
show. Yeah.
It's also just got nominated for a Peabody Award, which I don't know. The problem is they can't be nominated for any of the US stuff. And what's so unfortunate for Connor is Connor can't be nominated for anything in Canada because he's not Canadian. He can't be nominated for anything in the US because it's a Canadian show. So he
maybe they could fix that for season 2.
Yeah, I don't know. But, like, I think Hudson is, like, up for best male performance or something for the Canadian. Yeah, and then also so is Scott. And I'm like, okay, well, Francois. And I'm like... he had 1 episode, but okay. Whatever.
Well, it could be, like, supporting actor.
No, it was lead. It was, like, a weird award. I don't know.
Oh, I know. I feel the same way.
Anyway, so episode 4.
I feel like a little bit 4, 5, and 6 kind of blended together for me there at the end. So you may have to like, clarify to me.
Okay, so 4 was like the he went to his apartment for the first time. He like kind of set everything up for him to like stay over. He like made him food, got his ginger ale. Everything was super intentional.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It was very domestic the way they were acting. They said each other's names for the first time after
that's right.
frauding. If you don't know what frauding is.
Well, I do now. Anyways, what else was in that episode?
He met Rose. He started dating Rose.
Oh, yeah, Rose. Yeah.
And then,
Which when they like show her at the game in his jersey, I said it's giving Taylor Swift at Chiefs games.
Yeah.
And how all the Eagles fans are so sad. Because she used to be such a like Eagles fan and like show up to Eagles things. I know you don't care. I appreciate the sports aspect of this show. Now, as somebody, hockey's definitely not on my radar. I'm sure I mentioned before, like I'm a Spurs fan, born and raised in San Antonio. It's the only sports team that we have in San Antonio. And basketball and hockey are just basically at the exact same time. Like their seasons line up almost identically. And so it's really tough to be a hardcore basketball and hardcore hockey fan. So I've never really been a hockey fan. But I do appreciate all the sports references and things.
There's definitely sports in it.
Yes, there are definitely sports things. Anyway.
Some.
Some.
Anyways, so, and then it was the club scene.
Oh yeah, the club scene with the song that...
All the things she said, which the club scene is just a magical moment. Every rave I've been to, it's crazy.
Yeah. And again, that song was popular like when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Okay, you just want to chill down there again? That's the problem with recording this later in the day. If you have a baby, you have ever had a baby, you know, the later in the day it gets, the more like just unpredictable and sometimes fussy. Oh, there's your burp. Sometimes unpredictable and fussy, and they just get, I don't know, the later we get, it gets a little bit more all over the place, but yeah, is that right? Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all. I mean, I'm going to cut out all the in-between, but I feel like our episodes, as long as Leo's a part of them, might feel a little jumpy. So yeah, I mean, episode 4 is great, but I think 5 is better. 5 is the one with the monologue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The accident. The
accident.
Them coming to the cottage.
And then,
the like all-star game. I love the scene when they're at the bar. Like, there's so much acting just in facial expressions there, which I just like love.
The beach, their fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how like Shane's the one to ask like what room he's in.
Yeah.
I'm glad that like Shane, being like the shy person that he is the one that like ultimately like kind of opens up and is like, okay, like we need to like figure out what this is.
Yeah.
It's hard. I don't know if you were able to see on the TV, but it's kind of hard to like catch all of the times that like they cry, because like when they do cry, it's usually just like one tear.
Yeah. I feel like I could see it a lot more on Shane than I could on Ilya.
So
like,
Ilya has like a whole tear like after he says dementia and like turns to the side, you like see it, but it's easier to see like on like a device, like when you're closer to it.
Got it.
And like he like gets choked up and he's like, I'm sorry like for crying. Basically he also cries when he's like, is that what you want to be together, in episode 6, when he like turns to the side and it's like coming down and like Shane wipes it away. He actually also cries during the monologue when he like is about to say that like I'm so in love with you, like he like wipes it away there too. So,
and I know we have talked about this before in an episode about how Ilya is not Russian, in fact, from Texas, and not only speaks beautiful Russian with a beautiful accent. Like, it's amazing. Like, that's...
Connor's story is just, like, people have been saying, like, since this show comes out, like, he's just, like, gonna be the next big thing. Like, he's just incredible. Like, it's like he can shapeshift into these, like, characters. Like, I watched him in this movie called Riley, and he was literally, like, stick thin, long hair, like the exact opposite of even Connor's story or like Ilya, like and I was just like who is this? Yeah. Like, and he spoke French.
It'll be interesting to see though, because I feel like one of the difficult things when actors have something blow up like this has blown up is being in other stuff and having people see them as other characters that aren't that character.
Honestly, like, I think they're so good, I don't think they're gonna have that problem. Like,
I hope you're right.
Like, Connor's in something else that's coming out this year. Like, they both have, like, over 5 projects that are, like, upcoming. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that they're doing stuff now in between season 1 and season 2. I think that really helps. Mm-hmm. I feel like I've said that, I don't know if it was on the pod or on to people in real life. Like, I think Jennifer Lawrence did a really good job of that in her career, where she did stuff in between the Hunger Games releases so that people weren't like just like she's Katniss and that's all she will ever be.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's good that they're gonna have stuff come out before season 2, but still, I still feel like that's a fear when you have something like this that it blows up. But.
Totally. Yeah, and then we went to the cottage.
And then we went to the cottage.
Another little thing in episode 5 that that's like missed a little bit. When Ilya walks into the hospital room, when Ilya walks into the hospital room, Shane's heart rate like goes up a little bit to like 100 over 100. And then when he leaves, the last number you see is 81, which is his jersey number.
Wait. Ilya's jersey number is 81.
And so when you leave, like
that's the episode number
that we're
on.
Oh wow, that's perfect.
So it wasn't planned at all.
Also 81 minus 24 is 69, but that's not. I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah.
Wow,
that's beautiful. And actually, for reasons you'll find out later, fuck the Montreal Metros, but we are still friends with the Raiders. Okay.
So, but yeah, 81. Wow, that's crazy. What I didn't even like that just clicked. Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah. So romantic.
Obviously, the cottage is fun. I love seeing them kind of their like more friendship side of their relationship.
Yeah, and also just be able to just like do whatever the fuck they want
and be themselves.
And like be themselves. Like two things from the show that were so drawn out in the book is the second Vegas scene when he like asks him to like touch himself. Mm-hmm. That is so drawn out in the book. It's so much longer. Okay. And the Hayden phone call scene is also a lot longer. Okay. Two like really great.
That kind of just made me uncomfortable. So I'm kind of when it got. Like, I liked it at the beginning when he was being cute and, like, put his head on his leg. And then once it, like, then it made me uncomfortable. Like, I felt for Hayden on the other side. Like, I know he didn't know, but, like, I don't know. I felt weird.
Hayden's fine. He's so fucking annoying. You won't like him eventually. Okay. So, I mean, like,
I had a question. When did the first book come out? Do you know what year?
No. Okay. Also, like, a lot of that scene was also improvised. Like, him, like, slapping Shane and, like, doing all of that. Like, that was all improvised, and they were laughing, like, so hard behind the scenes. And they were like, we had to keep it in because it was just so funny.
And then them playing the video games, I've actually always wondered if athletes play the games that they're in. Mm-hmm. Like, and play as, like, themselves or play as, like, their opponents. Like,
yeah.
I've always wondered that.
It's so cute.
So that's so cute.
And there's obviously a lot more that happens at the cottage, which
I'm sure, like, sexually. Yeah, there's only so
fit.
many minutes.
Mm-hmm. So, but I just think that, like, when it comes to adapting a book, one, I was telling Lakin, it has so much potential to be just so unbelievably cheesy, which makes me fearful for this off-campus series that's coming on Prime, because sometimes Prime is cheesy.
Well, and the book obviously has to have more in there than just like smut,
but they incorporate everything that's important,
right? And I feel that way though. I said this to you about when we were talking about reading the book, is I feel that way a little bit about Bridgerton. Like, Bridgerton is written as like it's just a smut romance novel.
I would never read Bridgerton.
I read the first one, and I was like, I can't read this. But the show is beautiful. They did a fantastic job taking these, what could have been, just cheesy smut romance novels into a beautiful show. Mm-hmm. And so I feel like that is what they did here too.
Yeah. It's just...
obviously the scene with his mom had me, I like couldn't hold it together anymore. I'm literally holding Leo and his like mom. I'm gonna freaking cry here.
It's one of my favorite moments because, like, there's so many moments in the show that, like, you get emotional and stuff. And I actually, fun fact, have never actually, like, fully cried from any scene. Mm-hmm. I, like, a little bit, but never, like, hysterically. But, like, that scene, like, always gets me because it's just, like, it's so real. Like, that conversation of just, like, oh, like, I'm sorry.
He's disappointing her, and she's like, I disappointed you.
Correct. Yeah. Because she's just been so enthralled with his life and like making sure that he's like doing all of these
his
things
sport and his career,
and like almost like forgot the fact that like he actually has all of this shit. And it's so funny because I've seen all of these like not memes but like edits and stuff of like Yuna like thinking back to like all of these moments, like at the commercial when he like wasn't paying attention to her and he was like staring at Ilya like skating, or like when she like ran into him at the elevator, like stuff like that, like
that she could have put 2 and 2 together, but it almost doesn't matter. I think also being reminded of the timeline, like that conversation didn't happen in 2026. It was like, what, 2014 or something, 15, something like that?
No, 20...
Further down, I guess, 18.
17?
Regardless, I do think that is something that we are improving on at least I hope. I hope that we are improving on every day, and I hope that my children know, like, that would never, like, I hope they know they can be whoever they want to be. They can love whoever they want to love, and I want them to feel like they can tell me that.
Hudson specifically has said this. I don't know about Connor, but like Hudson has said that he's gotten like tons of like DMs from like people in the NHL that have like reached out to him and said like, thank you for doing this. Like this, you know, has changed like things, I think.
Well, it's crazy you say that because I did Google, are there any openly out players in the NHL? And the answer is no, according to Google. But
yeah, I think someone recently who's retired, like...
Yeah, what I Googled is active. Maybe retired.
So, I don't know. It's sad that there's people, like, in men's sports that just, like, can't be themselves. And I think that's also what's just, like... So, like, there's just so many things that are so important to, like, go into the show understanding and thinking about instead of just the fact that it's just them having sex. Like...
Yes.
It's just, like... When you're in that situation, you have to put yourself in their shoes. Like, what are they supposed to do? Like, talk and go on a date? Like, they can't do that. Like, they just, and they're the same way, like, when people experiment their sexuality, like, that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? So, I think that's, like, just important. And,
well, and that's what my best friend said that I would really appreciate about the show, too, is the representation of a gay relationship, especially at the time that it was year-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just like overall, but I think you should read Heated Rivalry. I think then we like talk about it.
Okay.
And I'm like kind of in the middle of rereading it right now anyways. I'm like annotating it kind of and like, so.
That's very nerdy.
Yeah. But like it's just like the team names are different.
Oh yeah. Interesting. Which that feels. Why would you change that? That feels like a weird thing
also,
to change.
Ilya is like technically like 6'3" with facial hair,
which that also doesn't feel.
Which they do a good job, I think, of making Ilya still like look like bigger and like taller than him, but he's actually not. He's like. Shorter than him in real life.
Oh, interesting.
He's like 5'10" and Hudson's like 6 foot or like 6'1".
I just feel like it's also the vibe. Like the vibe Ilya gives, the like, you know, the confidence and that
like I am the dominant one.
Yes, right. And that it doesn't like physical size doesn't matter in that scenario to me.
Ilya also has like a huge tattoo like on his pec in the book. That like kind of is a thing, but also be careful if you watch any Hudson interviews. He has a huge snake tattoo on his arm right here.
I can handle a tattoo.
And I can't handle. Connor has a snake tattoo on his foot.
Holy snakes, Batman!
I know. They've said they're like platonic soulmates. And then Hudson's girlfriend did a tattoo for both of them, and it says "sex sells," and so they have that like on them.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, which. It does, because no one's gonna make me buy a Peloton, but Hudson Williams might.
Yeah, that is just insane.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that advertisement, okay?
You don't need to buy Peloton.
No, I don't, but I just, if Hudson ended up, like, on Peloton and, like, doing, I'd be like...
Classes.
I'd be like, okay.
I'm in. Speaking of tattoos, so you had mentioned last week about getting a tattoo. What would you get?
Oh, okay. Here's where I'm at. There's 3 things I would consider getting.
Okay.
One is you look pretty, because I think that's cute. I think it's universal. I think, like, I can get away with, like, that maybe not being about Heated Rivalry.
And it's a good reminder for yourself. Like, you look pretty.
True. However, what I don't like is that's actually not the line that he says in the book. So I don't, but which I'm glad Jacob changed it, because it was like, you look all done up like a doll. Like, that's what he says in the book, and I like that you look pretty. Yeah. So it's the only reason why I wouldn't do that one. Yep. The other option would be like a loon, like the outline of a loon, like something super simple.
What does he say?
Stupid Canadian wolf bird.
Wolf bird.
Stupid Canadian wolf bird. And then like, my favorite line in the entire thing is "Wow, genetic," when he's like almost like overlaps what he's saying, and he's like, "Wow, genetic," because he knows that he's about to say that.
Yeah. And
it's just like that is just like a piece of great acting that I just love, and I think it's so beautiful. And then also, sorry, I guess 4 things. The other thing I highly consider is "Gimme Kiss" when he's like on the rock. Water, yeah. But that I would probably get like more like hidden.
That moment is so like long-term relationship, and then just like a peck like that, you know what I mean? Like, that gives so much more.
And like, realistically, they have been in a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
They've been like together for like 10 years. And
well, especially once they exchange numbers. Once they start, that to me was very much like, it went from like fuck buddy to friends with benefits, right?
Yeah, and Ilya was still like hooking up with people like throughout the entire.
No, never exclusive. I didn't mean that, but I just mean like them getting phone numbers to me was like, now we're friends who also fuck.
Yeah.
And then but I mean, by the time they're at the cottage, it's they're boyfriends. But the gimme kiss moment was just very like, just because I feel like Sam and I do that, and then it's like, gimme kiss.
Yeah.
And then it's a peck because you've been in a relationship for 10 years.
Right. Yeah. I just love that. So many little
I
things.
do feel like it ended a little abruptly. That was like my immediate reaction, was like, I was expecting a little bit more of like a bow at the end of it.
I think a lot of it had to do with, one, they had no idea if it was going, they didn't think this show was going anywhere.
Which to me actually means it should have more of a bow. Like, to me, the ending actually very much is like, there's going to be more. It's one of those endings that's like, okay, it's not over. That's not an ending. That's a next beginning. And so I actually wish it had, knowing that it had more of an ending. I don't, like a conversation with them or something, or just like a final, like, it didn't have to be long, but just like, I don't know. I feel like the last line is like, thank you for the pasta. And then they drive off. And I'm like, what? Wait, what?
No, the last line is "I love you." To his parents. But
to his parents, okay.
But
you see, to me that feels weird. That doesn't seem like the end.
You know what? I don't like disagree. I feel like I don't actually love the ending now that much now that I think about it.
Like, they could have said, it could have stayed in the car, and they could have said a line to each other, and it could have been like a bow on the story.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out, and that sounds cheesy, but you know what I mean? Something like, you know, we'll figure this out together. Like, yeah. I'm here for you, or something.
Like, if the parents hadn't caught that, like, one of my favorite moments is when he's like, she would have loved you like I loved you.
Yeah.
Like, that's such a beautiful thing to say. And, like, I just, And I think what gets, like, scary and, like, sad is, like, Ilya has just, like, his mom had depression and his dad had dementia, so it's, like...
Yeah.
Just, like, I don't know. I mean, and, you know, but...
Yeah, I just feel like there could have been a little bit more to something at the end, I guess. Mm-hmm. It felt like, whoa, this is the end.
All I hope is that it doesn't turn out to be like they have too much money and they, like, overdo it or something, which Jacob has said in multiple scenarios. He's like, I don't plan to, like I want to use, like, lesser known actors. Like, I don't want to use, like, because he wants to continue that. He also wants to, like, which
that's a big piece of a budget.
Yeah.
Is the talent.
Yeah. The backdrop, I think I was telling you earlier, like, the backdrop that they used for, like, so many of the scenes was interchanged just, like, pretty much the whole time. Yeah, it was, I mean, it was, like, a screen.
Okay,
but, like...
So not actually AI.
No, but, like, it was, like, the like, Vegas, balcony scene. It was also the penthouse. It was also like when they were driving. It was.
Right. They're not going to pick up and go record in Vegas or.
Right. There were way too many places they had to go. Like the sunset. Like all of those things.
Too many places. Yeah. Tampa, right? Or were they in Tampa, Miami? One of those.
Tampa Bay. Yeah. So, like.
Yeah.
It's really cool. There's like a quick 3-minute behind the scenes video that they like kind of talk about it, but yeah. And I think what's cool is like Rachel Reed, the author, was like very involved in the writing process, and Jacob just did a really good job of like, you know, tweaking the things that were necessary and also like just keeping the things that were. And like so when they were auditioning, Hudson was highly considered, obviously. Because
highly considered.
He's a great actor, he's Asian, he's all of the things. And he went into a chemistry read with Connor, and it was literally over Zoom. And so like Jacob, Connor, and Hudson were like in the Zoom together, and then Jacob leaves. And they, like, do the chemistry read. And they said that they just, like, stared at each other for, like, 30 seconds. And then, like, clocked it. And then just, like, did it. And Hudson was, like, literally over Zoom. I thought he was going to pin me against the wall and fuck me. And I was like, wow. Like, that's amazing.
That's chemistry.
Release the footage. No, I'm kidding.
They sometimes do that in behind-the-scenes things. Like, they release audition footage.
They're releasing... I just also saw on Threads before we started this, they're releasing some blooper footage, which I'm excited about.
Threads?
Okay. So let me explain this. So Twitter, first of all, no offense if you use Twitter, but like I don't fucking do Twitter because I don't fucking support that piece of shit. But anyways, I've never really done Twitter. And Twitter is like where the haters of Heated Rivalry go to thrive. Like these people, like there are supporters of Heated Rivalry on Twitter, but like there's not hate. I haven't seen hate anywhere but like screenshots from Twitter, really. Okay. And like of course there's some haters like in like Instagram comments, but nothing that's like, there's some stuff that they've like posted about that they're like, okay, like don't, like they said some like really nasty shit on Instagram, but like Twitter is like the fucked up shit, okay? Threads is where the Heated Rivalry lovers live. Okay. So I recently got back into Threads, and it's like insane. Like these, like I'm parasocial. These people are on another level. Like they're like screenshotting things, like reflections in sunglasses. They're like, this is blah. So I'm like scrolling through, and they just like always know like the next thing that's happening. And Hudson's actually on Threads, and he'll like randomly go like reply to people's things and say like really funny shit. He's like so like doesn't give a fuck. Like, even, like, last week, there was, like, this, like, picture that, like, looked like an imprint of, like, a dick, okay? And someone was like, oh, like, when did Ilya Rozanov, like, lay here or whatever? And Hudson responded to it and said, not girthy enough. Like, he says the most, like, nonchalant things. Like, he genuinely needs to be, like, reeled in, like Connor said. Like,
oh, yeah. Right after we finished watching, she made me watch an interview. Although it wasn't really an interview, it was them reading tweets to each other.
But I would highly recommend like watching some of the like actual interviews because like they're so good on camera. Like I don't know, like it's so insightful. Genuinely. Like the way they care so much about the characters and the show.
Well, that's good.
And I think it's amazing. And what I just really appreciate is like two men that can just be like platonically like have just like a very loving friendship and like not be afraid of like having that friendship and just like being affectionate and stuff, because men don't do that anymore. It's so like oh, what's up, bro, like whatever, like oh yeah, good for you, like pat on the back type shit. Like it's like, why can't we just be like normal and like love each other? Like
yeah, society, that's why.
So, but people are like, oh, like they're in love, and I'm like, well, no, I think they're just like in love with each other as humans,
friends,
like,
yeah.
And they've said that, like Connor always says, like he's part of his like soul family. He's like, you know, you're my soulmate, but like,
right,
you know, platonically.
Yeah.
But
or
I mean,
platonically for one, maybe.
I mean, if it isn't platonic, I don't care. Like, I sign me up for that. But I'm not gonna like be like creepy and be like, oh my god, they should be in love. Like,
anyways, It was great. I'm still not sure I fully comprehend how we can still be so obsessed. I sent Allie the only time, by the way, I ever look at Threads is if it shows up in my Instagram feed. You know how Instagram does that? You'll be like scrolling Instagram and then there's like a Threads post. And one of them that I sent to Allie and Mom that said...
I'm still at the cottage and it's 6 months later.
Well, no, it was like true story or like real life, guys. This show has not dropped a new episode since December and yet we're still talking about it every single day.
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, see, that's the piece of it. Like, don't get me wrong. It's great. And I've watched a lot of great TV in my life.
I think what it comes to, though, is, like, it has turned from, like, the show to the people. Like, I'm, like, obsessed with them, like, as humans. Like, I'm obsessed with the actors. I feel the same way I feel about them, the way I felt like when I was 14, like, in love with One Direction. There's, like, a Directioner Heated Rivalry pipeline that people talk about. And, like, Pollyanna, my friend, is, like, huge Directioner. Like, she still goes and sees, like, Zayn and Louis and, like, all of them, like, live to this day. And she's, like, huge Heated Rivalry fan. There is a pipeline of some sort, like, through that.
So are most of the people... Sorry, Leo. That was loud. Most of the people that are, like, obsessed, like you guys, like, your age?
Yeah. Okay. I would say so. Okay. I have seen a lot of, you know, older women, like, with kids and husbands and all of the things, like, being like, I don't know what to do, I'm so in love with Connor Story, like, type situation. I mean, it's not to the point where I wouldn't date anybody else. Like, it's not like I'm in a relationship with these guys.
Like, that would be fucking weird.
Well, obviously.
Like, that's when the parasocial thing gets, like, out of control.
Sure. But no, I mean,
I don't know, I guess I've never had any sort of media, book, TV, movie, anything that I think about daily.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a wonderful life. It's so fun being a fangirl. It's so fun.
Yeah, well, I love that for you.
And it's so fun being a fangirl with people that are also fangirls.
That's fair. And it's like, yeah, there's other people and you can connect with them on that. And, like, that's great.
Yeah, I don't know. I think what comes with it, though, is that I just feel passionately about something that, like, is just not a normal thing in media. And I'm, like, glad that, like, something like this is being, like, so respected and, like...
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think it's, like, I'm in love with them in terms of, like you're in love with, like, a boy band or, like, it's, like, a celebrity that you idolize, like, type thing. I think they're just, like, awesome humans.
Yeah, which is, it's not like you're idolizing terrible people. I guess I've also never been that kind of person. Like, I
honestly, like, don't know if I have either. I think this is, like, awakened something in me.
Yeah, because I don't feel like I was ever like that for a band or a celebrity. Like,
no, I definitely was.
Like, I don't think I could tell you, like, a celebrity's, like, birthday. Something like that. Like, I don't think I could tell you... Oh.
When Liam Payne died, like, I grieved it.
Right. Like, no, I'm not saying you haven't, and, like, maybe you did for One Direction. But I can't think of a actor or musician or even, like, an author that I ever felt that.
I'm sorry then.
Yeah. I guess I just have never been that kind of person.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think? Are you sad? Do you want me to be that kind of person, Leo? Are you going to be that kind of person? Are you going to be into somebody you really want someday? Whatever you're into. I did tell Allie, I said, I hope my children feel my love and support for them way beyond I would approve of them watching that show. Did you have a bubble? They can, like, love who they love, and I'm going to be there for them, but I really don't want him to play hockey.
Yeah.
It's dangerous and expensive and cold. I don't want to go to those games.
Yeah.
Like, we could pick something else, okay?
Yeah.
Can we pick a different sport? Or music or something?
No one really asked any questions.
Okay.
Except Pollyanna said, what color?
What color? Which, if you know, you know.
Color. And Dondre said...
Well, you know what's funny is when he asked that question, for a second I forgot they were in Ilya's room. I thought they were in Shane's room, and I thought he was going to, like, reach over to the drawer and, like, look for it.
Oh.
But then I remembered that they were...
opportunity.
Yeah, but, I mean, that doesn't go with the story.
Right, you have to be next to Scott Hunter, that's the point.
I mean, missed opportunity for like the author to not set it up that way, but like I was like, oh, is he gonna like reach over and like look for it and like see how big it is or whatever? But like they were in the other room.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
He said, who's a celebrity guest you'd love to see make an appearance on the show?
Oh, interesting.
Which is funny because Joe Biden was like bidding to.
Oh my God, Joe Biden is so into it.
Like $35,000. There was like a Montreal Metros, which again, you should not be fucking wearing Montreal Metros anything. For like $15,000, like signed by them. Like, it's like fucking mind blowing. There's like a book like that's for sale that's signed by all of them. That's like thousands of dollars.
Yeah. I'm hoping like that money is for like charity though.
I don't know.
Like it's
Probably.
not.
Yes.
Like
yes,
I feel like
it is.
Yeah, most people that buy that kind of shit, like my parents or like my dad has like signed jerseys and stuff from some of our teams, and that kind of stuff is like the money went to charity, not I'm just gonna spend that much money on a signed jersey for to the athlete who already has more money than they know what to do with.
Yeah. But no, that's a great question. There's been talk about some people who are going to play like the other characters, and one of them is Jack and something like that. But he is an adult. Remember when we watched like an episode or two of Adults?
Yeah.
He was like the one with the mustache.
Okay.
He's like on TikTok, and he has kind of hinted at the fact that like he might be on it, which I would love that. Like I think that like he'd be great. Also, Tyreek Withers has also hinted at the fact, but again, these are like Tyreek Withers is like a big name right now. He's like the guy
who
played actually I don't know if you saw that, so let me show you a picture. But
I think like you said, I actually would like to keep no, he's in it.
No, he's not.
Oh, he looks like that other...
JJ?
Yeah.
No, he's not JJ.
Oh yeah, he looks like him.
Yeah, no.
I feel like, keeping the bigger names away from it is probably better. So
I don't think Jack is a big name, but Tyreek is like more of a big name. He was like the main guy in Reminders of Him, and he was just in the movie Him. He's been like more in things recently.
Yeah. I feel like if I really wanted to answer that, I would want it to be somebody who plays either like a gay athlete of some kind, and I don't unfortunately know of any like really big name ones, like active ones. There's one gay NFL player that is out that I can think of, or it's some sort of gay advocate. So like something to do with gay marriage becoming legal, or something like that, where it's a real person who was involved in that.
Yeah. There's a show called Young Royals, which is another MLM show, and one of the guys that's in it, he has been kind of talked about playing Fabian, which is another character from the story. I'd love to see him in it.
I was thinking a cameo was like not playing one of the new characters, but just playing themselves. That's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
Was like somebody playing themselves.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
that's a hard question.
But that's what I'm saying. But
maybe,
you interpret it that way.
Obama.
That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe not actually Obama, but like something, related.
Michelle Obama.
Related to when gay marriage became legal across the country.
Yeah.
Right? Something like that, which already I realized on the timeline happened in there. It already happened.
Yeah.
But they could go back and talk about it, right? Something like that. Somebody like that playing themselves is what I was thinking. But.
Yeah. Yes, and then, so, there's also been talk about them re-recording the audiobook.
With their actual voices?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Which would be life-changing, but speaking of audio, they did Quinn, which Quinn is just, like, picking up...
Off and off.
Whoa! Jill. But I don't know any of our listeners who have watched or listened to that, but that was a wild experience. Listening to those, like, that was, like, not what I was expecting. I didn't realize it was an erotica audio thing that I had subscribed to for this.
Didn't we already have this conversation? I thought you already realized that.
Not before I listened to it.
Well, I thought you had.
No, but maybe I talked about it
After?
But I mean,
I just think is it spelled Quin?
Quinn.
That's because that was our girl middle name. Everly Quinn was our girl name. Because Quinn is a family name on my side. It's my great grandmother's maiden name.
Cute.
On the Edwards side, and then it's Colton's middle name.
Oh.
Well, it's Connie, my Aunt Connie's middle name, and it's Colton's middle name. So anyway, Everly Quinn was our girl name.
That's cute.
But then you were a boy, so it didn't matter. As much as I loved that name, I love my Leo bug. Anything else? I mean, now you can literally say anything without spoilers because I've seen it.
Fucking God.
I feel like
I actually didn't know if you were gonna ever
really
commit to it. Yeah, like I feel like the first couple times I like mentioned it, and then I continued to mention it, but you were just like,
well, I think
no,
that was
fuck
part
that.
of the problem. I think it was like, it felt like too much. It was like, oh my God, she's so obsessed with this. And like, you watch everything under the sun. And so it's almost sometimes like The Boy Who Cried Wolf that I'm like, I don't know if I can like always truly believe that what you're going to recommend is a good idea because you watch everything.
Valid.
And so, but then, so it, at the beginning, yes, that's fair that you may have felt that way. But then once it was like, okay, you're still into it. It's
also,
still
everyone is talking about
Everybody is talking about it.
I think also what helped is Brooke watched it.
Yeah, Brooke telling me to watch it really helped. Then it just became about when. And I had said that I was considering watching it during those last few weeks of pregnancy if I had like time to just chill. But then I didn't really have that because he showed up and then I had him. And so then it was just like...
Yeah, this was the perfect time, I think, to watch it.
This worked out it was so nice because, I mean, yeah. A whole Saturday without Sam and Lila would have been really tough for me, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and it really doesn't take that long to just like knock it all out.
No. Even we were pausing when he needed something or one of us needed to go to the bathroom or whatever. It was we still knocked it out. Because he's young enough that it's like I said, he slept through a lot of it.
There's genuinely something about watching this show alone, though. Like, not... That's not what I mean.
Okay.
But like getting to experience it alone. Like when season 2 comes out, I don't plan on watching it with people until after I watch it. I'm not watching it with anybody. I'm not watching it with you.
No, I didn't. Yeah, my face actually had nothing to do with me. It was about you have your like Heated Rivalry friends.
Love them, but I think they would completely agree that we would want to experience it and watch it in our own like house or in our own,
and then watch it together.
Correct.
Interesting. So we're not having Heated Rivalry watch parties, Leo?
No, we're not. We are not. But we can read the rest of the books together. I have to finish this book that I'm reading right now, so you read Heated Rivalry.
Okay.
Oh, stretchies.
And then we can talk about it.
Yeah. In other news, I saw the drama.
Okay, so we're done with Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, we're moving on.
Oh my God, it's already been an hour.
Has it really?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Okay, well
Holy shit, really?
This is... Oh, wow, it's 5:45.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just going to touch on this and then I'm...
Y'all, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think that we were going to only talk about that in this episode, if I'm being totally honest.
Honestly, let's just stop.
And B, I did not think we were going to talk about it for that long.
Yeah, actually...
I mean, we should save any other things we have for next week.
Okay, cool. Because I have somewhere to be in like 2.5 hours and we need to like eat a meal.
Yeah, we haven't eaten a real meal. We've had snacks and wine.
Like
I mean, we ate at 10.
I know, but
you need to eat.
I barely eat that. Like I need to like eat
before
something.
we like go somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. So obviously, the hockey emoji.
Well, yes.
Oh.
The hockey goal emoji, the hockey stick emoji.
Oh, I was thinking the stick emoji.
Or the ice emoji.
The ice emoji.
Or the fire emoji, if you know what I'm saying. Or all 4.
That's a lot of emojis, y'all. Okay, wow. See ya.
Cheers to the heated, the most heated rivalry.
Okay, bye. Red is not, or I said that wrong.
Sorry, we've already had some.
We've definitely already had some wine. Charlie, do you have Does anybody else's cat chew on plastic? Do you got a bubble in there? Look at those eyes. You can make up your mind what you would like, sir. Hi. Hello, fans. Oh.